Shoo-be-doo-wah-wah, shoo-be-doo-hoo-hoo, shoo-be-doo-wah-wah, shoo-be-doo-hoo-hoo.
If you like riding
and you like eating,
you can have both
at Footlong Pony.
It's a Footlong Pony podcast. What?
Are you ready? What's up,
you
everybody?
ready?
Thank you for tuning into the Footlong Pony podcast. I am your host, Nathan, joined as always by my hetero life mate, Robbie.
That's me.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
We got some beers.
Yeah, we do. We got some PBR, baby.
Robbie brought some PBR over.
I did. It's a hipster thing to do.
It is a hipster thing to do.
When did that become hipster?
I don't know, because I feel like, I don't know how long PBR's been around,
It's been around a long.
but my dad made fun of me for drinking it.
Yeah. So did my dad. He's like, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. And it's like, my dad drinks Busch Light.
Yep.
So it's like, what was the vision of PBR before?
I don't know.
That our dads are like, you drinking that shit?
Was it their like Busch Light?
Yeah, like maybe PBR was that.
Or their
Busch.
Natty Light? See, my dad drank Old Milwaukee.
Mm.
And I was always considered like, ugh. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, someone offers me a beer, I'm usually not a snob about it. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. Like, even though it's like my go-to, it's like saying like, I'm not gonna go to a store and pick up a thing of Busch or Busch Light or Natty Light or Keystone or whatever your cheap beer is. I'm not gonna pick those up. But if someone offers me one, I'll be like, oh, thanks, man. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, like if somebody's like, hey, you want a drink?
Yeah.
You say yes. They hand you it. You don't go, oh.
Like,
This is what you have?
Yeah, it's like, fuck you.
Don't you have anything fancier?
Yeah. What do you prefer?
It's like, dude.
a Bud Light.
Although that is the one.
I don't like
There's something about Bud Light, dude. That shit gives me a fucking headache.
any Anheuser beer anymore. It
Really?
seems like, yeah, because I used to be able to drink Budweiser,
Yeah.
and I loved it. That was kind of my go-to for a while, and even I drink that anymore, it gives me a headache. There's something about it.
Huh. I couldn't drink Bud when I was younger.
Yeah.
I got older, and then that's all my father-in-law had. He'd be like, hey, you want a beer? Yeah, sure. And I just drink a shit ton of Bud as I got older. But, yeah, there's something about Bud Light. I cannot drink it. Like, I'd really rather not.
I was always a Coors Light guy for the longest time.
Yeah.
I always liked the mountains. They were blue.
They turn blue when it's cold, like the Rockies.
Yep. One of those like beer connoisseurs, I guess. It's like I love like the craft beers and I like dark beer. Like, I mean, my favorite beer is Guinness. But it's like, then again, I don't have $15 for a 12-pack.
Right.
Yeah, or $9 for a 6-pack. I was always told like PBR was like redneck beer.
Really?
Yeah. But now everybody considers it like
Yeah.
that's hipster. Like,
Yeah.
Since when?
I like to drink bourbon.
Yeah,
Like that's my adult drink.
bourbon. Yeah, like whiskey, bourbon. That's been. Yeah, like my 20s, it was always like Jägermeister.
Yeah.
It's like that was my thing. Jaeger. I've always liked tequila, like Patron and stuff like that. But it's like I'm really not into taking shots anymore. Like I'm not shooting anymore. I like just kind of sipping back on some like, yeah, it's usually like bourbon or whiskey.
I'm not a shot guy. I can do one, maybe two.
Yeah.
You start getting people cannonballing shots, it's like I'm gonna throw up. My stomach's too queasy for that shit.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't like them like I used to. So like, when it comes to bourbon and whiskey, like, what are your favorites?
I don't feel like I'm impartial because literally the only bourbon I've had is Evan Williams.
It's good shit.
I know I was told that it's a good starter bourbon,
Yeah.
but I do enjoy it.
So I've always been a big Jim Beam fan. That's always been my bourbon. The whiskey, I've always liked Jameson. That was always my stuff.
You know, I don't think I've ever had Jameson.
You know what? I have a full fifth of it at home. I just keep forgetting I have it. I don't know why, but I need to bring it over. Dude, it's really good. It's smooth.
Is it?
Yes.
See, I haven't even had Jack in years.
I can't do it.
Because last time I had it, I threw it up. I fucking swallowed it, and it came right back up.
Dude, I don't know if I just don't have the stomach for that, but it seems like as soon as I take a shot or even a swig of Jack Daniels, it like goes down, and it kind of just does this like it. I know it all has like a burn to it, but that shit just doesn't stop. It just like burns and just sits there and just burns.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you take a shot of whiskey, or like if I do like a swig of like Beam or Jameson or Evan Williams, it's like it's got the nice little burn to it, but it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Daniels just sits there in my stomach the whole time, and it's like, God, stop.
In my misery.
I like Fireball too. I mean, if you like cinnamon, that's good stuff too. But I just feel like it's extremely fucking redneck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I'm drinking Fireball, it's like, hey, you want a new shot? You know, it's like some asshole like, you want to listen to fucking Luke Bryan or something?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm good.
No.
I'm good.
I'm all right.
I'm more of a Dixie Chicks guy.
Ever hear that one Zach Galifianakis joke? He said, I want to start a trio, like a country group, and they'll be men, and they'll be called the Chixie Dicks.
That fucking guy.
That was from his first half-hour special.
Is that the one where he's playing piano and stuff?
Well, like he's always playing piano.
Yeah, like where he was like drunk.
No, that's from The Onion.
That was
His first half-hour special.
That was fucking epic.
Yeah, that's the one where he brings his brother Seth on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, that's all he likes is Fugees and Funyuns.
Fugees and Funyuns. Yeah, that.
Nobody knows what we're talking about right now.
Oh my god! Dude, I remember you showed me that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
And then The Hangover happened.
Yeah, and now he's just the biggest thing ever. If you're listening to this and you've never seen Zach Galifianakis live at the Purple Onion, go check it out right now.
It'll blow your
it's
mind.
Fucking hilarious.
If
you like Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, like you thought he was great in like The Hangover. That doesn't have shit on that.
Yeah, I don't feel like The Hangover. It's almost a shame that The Hangover did so well, because it's like I don't think he's done a stand-up special since, because he's been doing movies.
He's got that show on FX.
Oh, that's right.
What's that called?
Baskets.
Baskets. That's what.
Baskets.
I like the fact that Louis Anderson plays like his mom. That shit makes me laugh. I've yet to like watch an episode of that.
I don't think I've seen it.
But I seen where Louis Anderson plays his mom, and that made me laugh. So I'm like, you know what? I need to watch this. I keep forgetting. There's a lot of shows on that channel that I need to watch.
Yeah, I need to get back into Atlanta.
Yeah.
I watched the first part of the first season.
That looks good.
I was watching it on the FX app, and then the app fucked out. Fucked out. The app fucked out.
Got
and
fucked
I
out.
stopped watching it. But it's on Hulu now, so I'm gonna put that on my list to start watching, because I did enjoy that show when I was watching it.
I did watch Taboo.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
That was really good. It was hard.
It's hard to understand them sometimes.
The
like,
English,
you need to watch out with subtitles on.
Yeah, the English was so thick, and it's like old English, so it's like super thick.
Yeah.
And you know, Tom Hardy
Everyone's
already.
like, "Oh, we're going down a bit and going junk on me." It's like, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like almost French.
Go.
Go.
Oh, that's English. Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that would. And Tom Hardy already has like he's kind of quiet when he talks.
He can be a bit of a mush mouth sometimes.
Yes. That's kind of how it was when I watched Bronson. It was at times I was like, huh?
Mm-hmm. What are you saying?
The fuck?
Speak up. Move your lips, mush mouth.
It's like you're going back to the Bane thing. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. He fell in love with it. It's like, no, that's it. That's the way I'm going to talk
But
from now on.
Hardy never like disappoints though, dude. That dude.
Yeah, I could watch him in anything.
Yeah. I think he's like today's Johnny Depp, where you can just pretty much hand him a script and he's like, I can do it.
He's one of a couple people that I can think of right off the top of my head that no matter what they're in, I want to watch it.
Yep.
And it's him, and for some reason, Bradley Cooper. There's something about Bradley Cooper.
Really?
I love it. Yeah, I don't know. It's actually, you know what?
I'm not mad.
It's because he's Rocket. And
Yeah.
I love Rocket Raccoon so much that. Plus, I loved him in Wedding Crashers. He was just the biggest fucking piece of shit
He was
ever
a big tool,
in
man.
that movie, and I loved it.
Yeah, douche canoe.
Yeah, and it's like ever since then, like I was a fan of him, and then he became Rocket. And now it's like whatever he's in, I need to watch it.
Rocket Raccoon.
Mm-hmm. Like I would get a Rocket Raccoon tattoo. That's how much I like Rocket.
Oh shit.
And I feel like a fucking piece of shit for it, because you could have asked me that back in 2000 or whatever. You know, when I was still reading books, because I'm an OG. when I was still reading comic books,
Triple OG.
I would have had no idea who that was.
Yeah, I did.
Now I love the character so much that
I didn't know.
I would, like I bought some of his books. Like I'm not a total mark or whatever. Like I do have some of the books, but yeah, it's like it's all because of the movie. I love Bradley Cooper. So I love you, Bradley Cooper.
Hey, if you're listening,
I love you.
You know what's fucked up is like as big as a comic book fan as I thought I was, I've never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. Never heard of them. I probably because I for some reason when I was a kid I thought there was only one like group for a comic book and that was X-Men.
You could only okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was like
X-Men or Avengers. Like you had to pick one.
I don't think that ever was a thing. It was just for some reason I was like
you like make it up in your head as a kid.
Yeah, it's like, oh fuck the Avengers. I'm an X-Men fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does that even matter? But then they end up coming out with the X-Men versus Avengers comic book.
Yeah, the books,
which they were pretty good. I liked them. I didn't care much for it. I was never
X-Men
a Thor
had
fan.
better characters.
Yeah, I liked Iron Man.
The only time the Avengers got interesting was when they brought in characters from other.
Yeah,
you like Spider-Man or like Wolverine.
Fantastic
like you're bringing in characters from other groups, stables.
Yeah. It's like DX borrowing.
That's what it is. I think we were raised in a wrestling culture where you could really only like one stable.
Yep.
So it's like you move wrestling and like books, and it's like I like the X-Men, I like the Avengers, I like the like a Fantastic Four, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But like that's how it was. Like, the people that I grew up with, you liked one group.
I get mad at myself because it's just the movies are done so well. The actors they have playing these characters do such a good job. The dialogue is really, really good. And it makes me so fucking mad because deep down inside, I still think the comic books are fucking garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I know I get a lot of shit for it, but it's like, I was never a fan. I still, today, I'm not a fan of these characters, but I do like the movie, like how the movie's done with them. Like Thor, I never give a shit about Thor.
I did not care about Thor
still
unless he was
don't.
in a Spider-Man book or whatever. I didn't care.
I still don't. And like I've always liked Iron Man. I always thought
Yeah.
Iron Man was cool. Hawkeye, Vision.
I was like, it's weird being into some of the movies now, especially with certain characters. Because I remember having, like, I used to have this board game. Like, it was a Marvel board game.
Yeah.
And Loki was one of the bad guys. I thought Loki was the shit. Like, I thought it was really cool. And then it's like he becomes a big deal in these movies. Now everybody's a Loki fan. And the fucking contrarian in me is like,
No, that's not right.
no, yeah, it's like I liked him first.
Right.
But, and then it's weird because then I feel like the dickhead because I'm into Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
And, like, I like the Guardians for the most part. And, like, I love the Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
I could have counted the number of times I read books from Black Panther on one hand. Like, I probably read a couple of them because they were my dad's. But unless he was with Spider-Man or with, like, another group, I didn't read them.
I didn't know anything about him.
But I love the movie.
Yeah, the movie's great. And now I actually am a fan of that character because it's like, that is a cool character.
Yeah, because that makes me feel even worse sometimes. It's like, well, now I'm a fan.
Yeah, I just don't get it. It just other than like Homecoming, I want to see a really good standalone Spider-Man movie.
I'm really excited for Homecoming. No, Far From Home. Sorry,
Far From Home.
I'm really excited for Far From Home. I love Mysterio.
Yeah, I just don't consider those movies Spider-Man movies to me because
That's
it's like
why, yeah.
Because it's like they have Avengers involved, and it's like
I'm hoping that Far From. God damn it! Sorry. I'm hoping that Homecoming was a stepping stone for Spider-Man. I would think there's not going to be anybody coming in to Far From Home. Like, that'll be Spider-Man being Spider-Man. Yeah. But if they do it again, I'll be pissed. I can see why they did it in the first one. I wasn't happy about it. But I can see why they did it. It's him, like, he's still learning to be Spider-Man. He's only been Spider-Man for 6 months. And, he gets a new suit, blah, 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 blah. You can see where that would happen. I don't like it, but you could see it. But if it happens again and it's like, man, like now you're in fucking Europe or whatever, it's like, is Iron Man going to be there for you too?
Yeah,
or?
that's I don't need that whole father figure shit. It's like, okay, I grew up reading Spider-Man comics, and I don't fucking ever remember Tony Stark popping in and be like, hey!
Never. Not once I can
No.
remember was he a father figure to
No.
Spider-Man.
No.
It's different. I mean, this is the MCU. It's totally different.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard. Me being a big Spider-Man fan,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I took it to heart, man. It is like it fucking annoys me so bad that I can't even look past it. Cause like if I figure it's like if I can go in there and watch the fucking new Ninja Turtles with an open mind, pretending that the original Ninja Turtles movie didn't come out, then I should be able to just get over this. But I can't. I think it's because I haven't been handed a good fucking Spider-Man movie yet. I did like Amazing Spider-Man, the first Amazing Spider. I did like it, but I thought the villain was kind of weak a little. It's like I was expecting a better villain. I think it's because I wanted a good Green Goblin.
Oh.
Because we didn't get and I should have been his first villain, but we didn't get that.
It's weird. So a lot of people consider, and I think we're in the same boat on this. A lot of people consider Spider-Man 2 one of the best comic book movies ever, and I think that movie sucks.
Sucks ass. I don't
It's like, what am I missing?
I think the best out of those original three is the first one.
The first one's the best
I could
one.
barely get through that. It is so hokey, man.
I don't get it. And then it's like, so, I told you about this before, but there was an IGN poll that said, who is your favorite Spider-Man? And the list on there was Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and I think NPH was on there, Neil Patrick Harris, because he animated, he was some of the animated voice.
Yeah, but who was the one that did for the cartoon?
That was the guy who was Peter Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he wasn't on the list.
He should have been on the list.
But I don't remember where NPH was, but number 1 was Tom Holland. That's fine. I get it. Number 2 was Tobey Maguire.
I don't get it.
3 was Andrew Garfield. That makes no sense to me. If you believe that Tobey Maguire is a better Spider-Man than Andrew Garfield, we have to fight each other.
I think it's a nostalgic thing because it was like
maybe
that's what it was. It was like when we first seen Spider-Man on the big screen. It was like, oh shit.
I know my dad likes a Tobey Maguire more. I don't get it. It's Andrew Garfield. It's got to be Andrew Garfield.
Me,
he's so much better.
Right. That's what I loved about Garfield was the fact that he was a really good Peter Parker. I was like, man, just like, to me, I've yet to find all the guys that have played Batman. For me, it's like not one of them played both parts really well. Because there's Batman and there's Bruce Wayne. It's like either, like, for instance, my favorite Batman was Keaton. My favorite Bruce Wayne was
Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. Now, if Bale would have kept doing the thing, doing what he did in Batman Begins, he would have. But it was the whole.
Was it the voice?
Yeah, I can't get past it. To me, it's so goofy. I'm not kidding you. If I were, say, I was a criminal in Gotham, and I run into Batman, and he comes at me with that fucking voice, I'm gonna bust out laughing. I'd be like, dude,
is this the way you talk?
Just kick my ass.
I don't know what you're saying.
You're like, man, lock me up. Do what you got to do. Beat me up. Break my arm. I can't take you seriously right now.
Mine's Bale. I like Bale for both.
I love the suit.
Both parts. Although for me, when I think of Batman, I think of Kevin Conroy.
Oh yeah.
From the animated series.
See, I'm like that with Joker. I think of Mark Hamill. That's always been my favorite Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if I had my live action, I'd probably say Ledger.
It's got to be Heath Ledger.
But I do love Jack Nicholson. Like
I get the nostalgia for Jack Nicholson, but Heath Ledger took that character to a whole new level.
He took it to a whole nother. Yeah, it was like, see, like what I like about what's his name, Jack Nicholson. I liked about his Joker. It was Killing Joke Joker.
Mm-hmm.
It was like straight from the fucking comic, dude. It was like I loved it, and it's just, I mean, Jack Nicholson's a great actor to begin with. I mean, I love a lot of his films, but man, Ledger though,
yeah,
holy shit. And that's like from the beginning of like, I forget, basically the first 15 minutes of that movie, that was just like, I remember watching it in the theater when it first came out. I was just like, holy shit. Like I remember like the whole what was the line? It was I believe what doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. And it was just like he pulls off that mask, and I'm just like
oh,
with that voice. I'm thinking about it now. I'm getting goosebumps. I was just like, oh fuck, this is gonna be a badass movie.
Yeah, we're gonna have a podcast coming out about this movie pretty soon. Like I know the movie's almost 11 years old now, which is hard to believe.
Holy shit!
But I want to do a film retrospective on that movie. Because I've got some burning questions that I haven't even told you about that I want to ask during the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Stuff that we haven't talked about?
No.
We talk about this movie too much.
Yeah,
I think every time we hang out.
This is brand new shit.
It's pretty weird that, like, every time we hang out, we still talk about Dark Knight.
I've got a fucking. Let me see if I can find it.
It's like, I think of us, like, when it comes to that movie, it's like Randall.
Right there. Movie notes, Dark Knight. And there's a bunch of stuff in
I'm
there.
going to have to get on this now. I feel like when we talk about Dark Knight, it's like Randall and Mr. Dante.
Mr. Dante.
Yeah, they just kind of do their, like, they'll talk about Star Wars, you know, like their, like, debates and shit. I feel like that's us with Dark Knight. That was our Star Wars, I think.
Yes. That movie was incredible.
It's still fucking awesome.
I don't want to talk about it too much because it'll take away from the podcast.
Why? Because you have a boner too? I mean, mine is.
Oh, I'm swelling.
Oh, so you're not
Oh, I can
aroused.
I can see the blood flushing from your face. Is that because it's going to your erection? Oh. Oh God.
Oh man.
Anything else you want to talk about while we're in here?
Oh boy.
Robbie has exciting news.
We have talked about this before, and we are going to probably start selling merch
Yes.
if you guys are interested.
Yes.
Actually, I'll be posting a picture of a prototype that was actually a birthday gift from Nathan
Yours truly,
and his wife Megan.
Megan.
But yeah, we're wanting to get some merch out there if anybody's interested.
Yeah. So yeah, Robbie's gonna post a picture of the shirt that I made him. Any
Yes.
of the logos that we've had so far, we can put on a shirt.
Yeah.
We'll let you know what colors work best because with the way that they're drawn, some colors work better than others.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta take our word for it. But yeah, so we would like to start doing shirts. Let us know if you'd be interested in a shirt.
Also, I have I'm friends with a lot of artists out there, and then if you are an artist, send in your ponies. If you got like you want to, I would like to see your guys' take on our our horses and a hot dog concept.
Horse and a hot dog.
Horse and a hot dog. You know, like if you want to send in your fan art, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I would love to see it. You know, I'd love to use it. Of course, give you credit.
Yeah, if you send in a pony and we put it on a shirt and sell it,
Yeah.
we can work out some sort of a deal where you get a little bit of the cash.
Yeah, you get the cash. I mean, you'll go, you'll like probably, I mean, even on the description, like this picture was designed by
John Dinkers.
Yeah, John Dinkers, and
This picture came from who?
yeah, John Dinkers. But yeah, it's like so far I've drawn four.
Four, I think.
Yeah, we got, and I do like themes. If you can't tell, like I did a wrestling one, which like my that's the one that's pretty much more noticed than.
That's the unofficial mascot, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of my take on like Macho Man Randy Savage from the '80s. Then I have like as of right now, the one we're using is it's like a Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. It's like the Dragon Ball Z themed one. I just did one. It was a symbiote Venom.
Yeah, they haven't seen that one yet. That
No,
one
I posted a picture on Facebook.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And then our original one was just a horse and a hot dog.
Yeah, just a horse and a hot dog.
Just a horse and a hot dog.
It's come a long way.
Yeah, it was just
Even really from the horse and a hot dog to the Macho Man one, it's like, Jesus Christ.
that was within like a week, man.
Yeah.
I've got all kinds of ideas, but man, I would love to like.
Oh, send us your ponies. Just go ahead and send us some presents too.
Yeah, send me money. Like
I would. I mean, I collect Funko Pops. You could send me some of those.
I collect like Benjamins.
Yeah, just send me some presents.
Crisp dollar bills.
If you actually enjoy the podcast, just send us some money.
Yeah.
All right, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah.
All right. Oh my. Thank you for tuning into the Footlong Pony podcast. What was I going to say? Thank you for tuning into the Footlong Pony podcast. Make sure you listen to the rest of our podcasts right here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on there.
They're on there.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
The gram.
At Footlong Pony. Like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot.
Yeah.
Just do all.
We encourage it.
Bye.
Bye.